So the word is that on August 12, 2026 at 14:33 UTC, gravity will be turned off.
Cool, no gravity.
Everything will float. I'm deadly serious. The claims supposedly arise from a secret NASA document titled Project Anchor, which has been leaked online. It presents a $89 billion project to survive a 7-second gravitational anomaly. The expected casualties? 40 to 60 million. Now, coincidentally, August the 12th also happens to be a solar eclipse. Hey Space Cats, I'm Dr. Maggie Liu, and in this week's video, we're talking about when gravity gets turned off. So supposedly, this has just been leaked. NASA's Project Anchor, an $89 billion project of survival when gravity gets turned off for 7 seconds. And guess what? I really did find a real NASA project with this name, and this is the closest statement that I could find in it. The lack of gravity can make some tasks difficult. This effect is hard to model on Earth since we have no means of generating reduced gravity for prolonged periods of time. So it really does sound like they can reduce gravity for short periods of time. Except this isn't a secret project to turn off gravity. The project actually dates back to 1993 and is a design for a lightweight autonomous system that uses a spinning flywheel to screw an anchor into lunar soil without needing a heavy vehicle to hold it down. In the document, it explains that the only way to effectively cancel gravity is through freefall, which can only be done for short periods of time. It doesn't mention anything about August 12th, and like I said, this dates back all the way to 1993. So thankfully, we can debunk gravity getting turned off on August 12th. But hang on a second, this isn't completely a lie, and here's why. August 12th will be a solar eclipse, which will be visible if you happen to be in the Arctic Ocean, Greenland, Iceland, Atlantic Ocean, Portugal, and northern Spain. And in fact, I will be doing a cruise specifically to Iceland to see this eclipse. Now, during the eclipse, the moon will move between the sun and the earth, perfectly blocking out the entirety of its light if you happen to be in one of those locations. But what's interesting is that the people in that solar eclipse path will indeed feel reduced gravity. And this is because in this unique alignment, with the sun and moon being above you and Earth directly below, the combined gravity of both the sun and moon will counter the pull of Earth's gravity. The gravitational force from a celestial body is given by F equals gmm over r squared, where g is the gravitational constant, mass is the mass of the celestial body, m is your mass, and r is the distance to that body. But since the sun and the moon pull both us and the earth towards them, you only actually feel the difference between how hard they pull us versus how hard they pull the earth. So we need to use the derivative, which is the tidal force. This is given by 2gm r over r cubed, where as before, but now we have capital R is Earth's radius. Now, subbing these numbers in, the moon's tidal force on us is This means that the moon's pull reduces your weight by 0.0000012 meters per second. Now for the sun, this means that the sun's pull reduces your weight by about 0.00000049 meters per second squared. These would both pull in the same direction, away from Earth's gravity. So the maximum combined effect is the sum of these, which is about 0.00000017 meters per second squared. The Earth's surface gravity is about 9.81 meters per second squared. So the change is just 0.0000178% of Earth's gravity. So if you were to weigh 50 kilograms, your weight loss during the solar eclipse would be 50,000 grams, assuming that you weigh 50 kilos, times this percentage, 0.0000001781, which is about 0.009 grams. Your gravity really will be reduced on August 12th, but what you would feel would be less than a gram lighter, so not quite enough yet to float off into space. What's even more curious is that the solar eclipse of 2026 is expected to last about 7 minutes, and I wonder if this is where the 7 seconds comes from. Okay, but what would really happen if gravity was actually turned off? Well, you might be thinking that Newton's first law says that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on by an external force, and you would not be wrong. But this doesn't mean that everything will stay in place. The key point here is the external forces. Without it, inertia will take over. The Earth is spinning at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. Gravity is the only thing providing the centripetal force to keep you moving in a circle. The moment that gravity vanishes, everything not bolted down, people, cars, the ocean, the atmosphere, would just literally fly off into space in a straight line, tangent to Earth's rotation. Gravity is also what compresses Earth into a sphere. So without it, the planet's equatorial bulge would exaggerate. The whole thing would disintegrate into a cloud of rocks over hours or maybe days. Literally, it would be pure chaos. So you can breathe a big sigh of relief that gravity isn't being turned off on August 12th. We couldn't even if we wanted to. Anyway, that's all I have time for this week. Thank you to my YouTube Perks members for supporting this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave me a like, share and subscribe.
Hey space cats, fly with me to the stars, faster than light, soaring past Mars, unveiling the cosmos, new worlds to explore.